Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I have the biggest market I've ever done coming up this weekend, and I'm super nervous. It has like over 60 vendors. It's a 2-day market, and I'm going to be taking you guys along with me this entire week as I prepare for this market. I have new products, I have a new setup, I have new tools that I've been using for these new products. And if you stick around to the end, we will do a market recap and find out how much I made. Okay, cheers. So I just got back from the store. In case you didn't know, we have this little market up here in Oregon called Dairy Mart, and it's like a 7-Eleven for normal places. When I moved up here, I had no idea what Dairy Mart was. It's like there are some Dairy Marts that have a drive-through. Okay? Imagine a 7-Eleven with like a drive-through. It's freaking awesome. But apparently biscuits and gravy are like all the rage up here in Oregon. They're like really popular, and they sell crock pot gravy, biscuits and gravy over there, and they air fry their bacon. Okay. If you know me personally, you know I'm obsessed with bacon. It's like my favorite food in the world. And so this is like my breakfast of champions. And so I'm going to eat some biscuits and gravy and bacon while I work on my zombies. These are one of the new ones I have been making. This is part of my new inventory for this new market. And what do you guys think of this? This one's a little bit different than this one. I actually did, if you could tell, one more row of green on this one so that the stitch was more on the green. But they're not that big of a difference, so I will be selling both of these. I only have 4 made. I'm working on the 5th one right now. I think I have 6 regular bees, so I'm kind of behind on the bees. I do have a list of stuff right here. It's like a chaotic list of all the stuff I am making and how much I think I'm gonna need. And there are some things I haven't even started on. So I am really gonna try to just knock out as much as I can this week. And it's hard when I add new stuff to my inventory and I still didn't make old stuff in my inventory, and it's just a whole thing. I am going to get started on that, and I will see you guys in a little bit. So I have made 8 zombies, I believe. I believe I've made 8. And I'm going to start working now on a pumpkin that I have added to my collection, and I will show you right now. So these are all the keychains that I do not have counted or organized. And so far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was right, 8 zombies, and these are the pumpkins that I have added to my collection, and I will tag the video where I shared the pattern to this because I was so excited. And I will let you know right now that this is a medium size. They are about, ooh, I don't know, let me pause. They are about 6 inches across, 5, 6 inches across, and probably like 4 inches tall. I know that this is the medium one. I used a 6, oh no, I'm sorry, a 5.5 millimeter hook, and my regular worsted weight yarn. They call for a, I want to say, a 6 millimeter yarn or a hook, and they use a chunky yarn. So that is the biggest difference. Oh, here's the other one. And I'm going to make another one because I have, I think, 5 of my spike stitch pumpkins. Let me see. Oh no, I only have 4. I thought I had 5. Okay, so these are my design right here, and this is the spike stitch pumpkin, and so I have 4 of those. I don't think I'll be making any more. They do take a while to make, and I feel like these ones work up a little bit faster, and I really do love the design. So I'm going to be making another one. And 1, 2, 3. I'm missing a color. Oh, there it is. Blended in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the colors I'm going to be using. This is a sparkly gray. It is the same one that I used in this pattern right here. You can kind of tell. But this is the colors that I'm going to be using for the new pumpkin that I'm going to be starting right now. And I will check back in with you as I make it because I want to show you a couple things that I learned while making it. Okay, so I have started my pumpkin, and this is how far I am so far. And I just wanted to let you guys know that, like, I mean, I do mine a little tight, but these stitches kind of bunch up a little bit right here. And so when you go on the next row, you're gonna have to like push this out to see it. So maybe I'm doing it a little too tight. I'm not sure. but this is what it is looking like so far. And I also have picked which side is going to be the inside. This is it right here. And it is super important in this pattern, I believe, to choose the inside from the beginning because you end up working this way all the way around and then you turn it and you work back. You work on the inside and then you work on the outside. And so you do go back and forth. And so if you're not paying attention, you're going to end up having to pull the strings to whatever side you choose to be the inside at the end. And I crochet around it right here. Sorry, I keep thinking my camera's right there. I crochet around this first one, right? And in this first bunch right there so that on the outside you can't see it and it's a nice seam. And I didn't do that to the very first one and it doesn't have a great seam because I didn't choose the inside until the very end. So that is my recommendation when doing this is to choose the inside from the very beginning. But yeah, this is what we're looking like so far. And let's see. So basically just I really like this, honestly. I feel like it works up pretty fast. And I feel like I've done this once before and I didn't like it, but for this pumpkin, I really am enjoying it. I'm really nervous about this market, and I just got the floor plan of it, and I could probably show that on screen right now. And the entrance is at the very bottom in the bright red, and I am in the top right corner. They spelt my name wrong, kind of insulted on that. It's literally in the name of my business. Yeah, I'm like, I've never been in the back corner before, so I have a wall next to me. I usually have a U setup where people walk around the outside of the U, and with a wall now on the side of me, I'm not sure how that's going to work. They also have like a fire marshal that's going to be coming in and inspecting the aisles to make sure that everything's nice and clear. I have that door next to me, and so like I can't be blocking that at all. So I'm really nervous about this, honestly. I've been working my butt off for this event, and I hope that the people coming to it are coming to see everybody and walk all the way around. I'm not that close to the bathrooms. The bathrooms are at the like opposite end of where the customers come in on either side of that vendor entrance door. And so, yeah, I'm hoping that all this work isn't for nothing. I'm sure I'll make sales. I had high hopes for this, and I don't know what this is going to be like. Honestly, I'm a little nervous, so wish me luck on that. All right, I will meet you guys back in a little bit. Okay, I do have this video paused right now just to let you guys know that I did do some of this pumpkin on screen with you guys on camera, but somewhere between uploading it and editing it, it got corrupted, so I no longer have that file. So we are just going to jump into finishing the pumpkin. Okay, so I have my 15 rows done and I'm about to start on the last row, and I really love how this happens. Um, and I'll tell you what though, I almost got messed up on this row right here with the colors, and I had to go back and make sure I had them in the right order. I could have really messed that up, but I want to say, let's see, these two right here are the seams. So you can kind of see it right there where I didn't do too great of a job, but I do like how it's done. So, and this is what I was saying, like you have to really pay attention to where the string is when you're doing your color change. And so they have color changes doing it like this. Let's see, let me get my string right here. So, going through, I mean, I guess it's traditional color change. I just don't do this when I'm joining around. I don't like this. I feel like it's not secure. And then you have that gap right there. I hate that. I do it a different way. I would have done it in the same color and then uh, probably like chained one and pulled it super tight. But you go ahead and chain one. And I really like how this is done, except for this first part. I really, really have to pull that tight. Otherwise, there's a gap right there. So I'm going to hold those right there. Let's see. And I try to crochet around those strings right there. 3. And then I'm going to go ahead and go do a couple more before I tie that knot. And everybody in my house is home, so I do apologize if you hear anybody. I have my mic on, so hopefully it is not too bad. Oh, wait. See, oh my gosh, I almost started this wrong. Okay, this is the closing round. Oh my gosh. Okay, so no chain one. That's what it was. It was different. And I have messed this up a couple times, not on this one, but I have to really realize what I'm doing. Okay, that's right. This is the closing round. So you do a slip stitch and then it brings it all together and then you keep going. Oh, I almost messed that up. Thank God I checked that and I realized what I was doing wrong. There we go. And I really like how this is done. Like I said, if I do it the right way, right? So, and then you just do a slip stitch right here and it keeps it all nice and flush at the top. So do one more and then I will tie my knot and I'll show you guys how I do that. It's nothing too special. I'm just going to pull that really nice and tight. And then I'm just going to do 2 knots right here. Maybe 3, just for good measure. Give it a little snap. And this bottom part is only this long right here, and they say to do it like 18 inches or whatever. So I will make sure that hopefully this works and I don't, to sew in this bottom part. Uh, yeah, we'll see. I will meet you guys back when I am done crocheting this round and I will close it with you guys. Okay, so I got the bottom closed and I'm going to sew in the top now. And I believe that she just went through the slip stitches right here, but I'm going to be going through the slip stitches. Wow, I cut way too much string off. Hold on, I need to snip some of this off because this is way too much string. Okay, so I'm going to be going through the slip stitch right here and then the middle stitch right here. And I'm just going to go back and forth all the way around. I can hear my daughter playing the Oculus in the living room. I'm about to leave to take my son to Civil Air Patrol. So I'm trying to get this done before I have to go. My son has aspirations to join the Air Force, and so he's been in the Civil Air Patrol, which is in like a little auxiliary of that kind of for teenagers, to kind of get the feel of how things work. He has flown a Cessna a couple times. I want to say he's just now getting to drive more than he's flown because he's flown a couple times, like actually flown a plane. So he's all into that, and I have no doubt that he's going to go far in life. No doubt at all. Okay, I'm all the way around. So I'm going to start stuffing this now. And I do it to where there is like a hole in the middle. This is what that lady showed in the video because she put like a stick in hers, and I have a picture of the first one I made of these, and I will definitely show it either on screen now or in a little bit, but I made one. It was just a little bit too small, and that was before I realized how big it was going to come out to be because I used, worsted weight yarn instead of a bulky yarn for this. And so I ended up giving that to a friend and I used a regular stick. But for these ones, it's been raining where I'm at and all the sticks are wet and I can't very well put a wet stick into a pumpkin. So I'm like, I'm not going to go like buy a stick from somewhere. That's kind of ridiculous. So I bought cinnamon sticks offline and they're supposed to be here today. And I'm questioning my mailman because I saw him park out front of my house today. And the only time he ever does that is when he has a package. I saw the mail truck, my dog barked, but I didn't actually watch where he was going. So I don't know where my package is. It might not have been him, I guess. He's usually pretty good at that. I used to work for the post office, so I know the insides and outs on, missed deliveries and when you're working till 9 o'clock at night and you just want to go home. I've been there, done that, so I know how they work, but I just need my cinnamon sticks. And if they don't get here by, I want to say, I'll give it till Thursday. And if they don't get here till Thursday, I will just go and buy some from Walmart or something. So I don't want to overstuff this, but Parts of it definitely need to be stuffed. Oh, there's a Ruger hair. My dog. My dog's name is Ruger, named after my Ruger. And my saying is, if the first Ruger doesn't get you, the second one will. You know, talking about a intruder, and you can guess which one is which. That's my own personal feelings on that. And I think this is looking good. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. Okay, might need to put a little bit more in because I don't know how big the cinnamon sticks are going to be. You know, it's like it had them by weight. I ordered them off of Amazon and it had them by weight. I really love this design that's up there. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay, I'm going to just call this done until I get the cinnamon sticks. Look at these pumpkins. Ooh, I wonder if that's the mailman. Let me go check. That was not the mailman. That was my neighbors. My dog just is so in tune. He's so offended anytime anyone is outside of the house. Oh my gosh, look at these pumpkins, you guys. What do you think? How much do you think I should sell these for? Granted, by the time this video comes out, these will already have been at the market. I'm thinking $15, $20. I don't want to overcharge, but they did take a while. I started this at like 3, and it is, let me see real quick. It's almost 6, but I have been doing things in between because I do have kids. So it's not like I was doing it for like 3 straight hours, you know. But yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. I think this one right here is my favorite. This one, just because of the fall colors. Oh, I might make 1 or 2 more. I just don't want to overdo them with these and the spike stitch ones and see which ones sell better. Watch these ones sell better. I love them. Oh, I love them because you could do them in so many colors. I'm really loving this. Okay. All right. I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Taking a little break and going to IHOP. Hey guys, it is Wednesday morning. It's actually probably closer to 1 o'clock. I'm not a morning person. So I took my daughter to school today and went back to sleep. And then I came in my office to do some work. Sorry, I'm tired. But after I finished that pumpkin yesterday, I worked on some emotional support monsters. I went out to IHOP last night, so I had to take a break from actually working, but I made a new emotional support monster. And look at his hair. Okay, this is just fun for me. I did them pretty evenly around. I didn't cover the whole head. I did them kind of sporadically. You can kind of see they're about a ½ inch away from each other, each one. And I did 2 in each one. And then I kind of just gave it a trim, and he's giving me like Einstein vibes. Okay, I can't. It's just so cute. And I'm loving the colors. And I think white was perfect. So this is this monster. I made him last night, did his hair. I did this monster's hair last night as well. Gave him a little side mohawk thing going on. It's a mohawk. It's right in the middle, but I'm leaving it long. And I thought that'd be fun. So there's this one. I also, thank God, my husband found my wire brush for me because I lost it and I thought I was going to have to go buy a new one because I couldn't give fuzzy hair. But I gave this little guy a fuzzy mohawk. I had a green one with the one I did on camera for you guys in that video, the green one with the white and black. I sold that to my friend the other day for $15. She was at my house and I was just showing her all the stuff and she's like, I know, I want this. I need this. I need to buy it. So I sold it to her right then and there. But this little guy is fun. I made him. And now I have to do this monster. So he's got pink eyes, right? And I'm going to use this pink for his hair, but I'm just not sure what I'm going to do yet. I might do pigtails like that one I posted last Saturday. Thinking maybe I'll do pigtails. That might be what I do. But I wanted to show you guys these new eyes that I've been using. And actually, I've only used them once. I used them in this monster. Let's see if you guys can see. They are completely like confetti looking. They're multiple colors. And it's so crazy. Like I've never had ones like that, right? So I wanted to show you guys. It came in this box right here. Could have been better. Actually, wait, these aren't the right ones, but I did get some. These are some ones that I got. These are not the ones I'm talking about. Hold on a second. These are them. And this came in this little box, right? And they're already pre-colored. Like, they come with the colors already on them. And I will leave the link to I got these off of Amazon, and I will leave the link to these down below. There's no, like, affiliate marketing or anything like that. It's just where I got them. But you see the colors? Oh, if you guys can see it, I'm trying to get there we go. It is so it's thick. It is thick. Like, if you know eyes and you work with these things, like, those are usually like little thin pieces of paper. These are like felt. Look at that. Look at that eye though. Look at all those colors on that eye. Isn't that amazing? So I thought these were really cool, but they're like thicker. I feel like they're a little bit thicker than normal. I don't know. I really like them though. I really like the different colors to them. Like, they're like confetti looking. Hold on, let me show you another one. Like, this is the one I think was on that orange one. I'll show you guys like that. Isn't that cool? It's really pretty. I'm really digging that. I think it's really pretty. So if you guys like these, and they came with these backs, I will show you them. This is what the back looks like. And if you know about how these freaking eyes work, they're so annoying. This is what they're usually looking like. You can see the difference, how rounded these ones are and how like more square these ones are. These are so easy to pop on there. I can do it with my hand. I don't need a tool, which is amazing. And it's secure, like, just because it pops on there easily doesn't mean it's going to pop off easily. But I do still melt the backs of them. But I'm telling you, it's the easiest eye I have ever gotten on to any of my animals, and I left that as a review on Amazon. I'm like, these are like the best eyes ever. I've never had eyes that easy. But regarding eye tools, I threw away that pink tool, that clamp thing. Oh my god, that thing sucks, okay? And I took people's advice and I went and bought these. These are eye tools. They're the weirdest. It's like so ingenious, okay? It's just a wooden ball with these like socket things on them. And they're all different sizes, okay? And you just take the eye. Let me get an eye. I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just gonna show you the concept. You're gonna put the back onto the eye, put it on the thing, and then you take this flat part and put this right there, just on top of it. It's not gonna be on this part, it's actually gonna be right here. Like, this part's gonna go in there when the back is on there. And then you can just have the eye like on a table and you're gonna push down. It's all sticky. But once it has the back on there or whatever, and then this is too big for this one, obviously, but it fits right in there and they're all different sizes and you can push down and oh my gosh, it is so easy. It is so easy. I hope I made that understandable. I'm tired. And I got an email from Amazon saying that my cinnamon sticks will be here tomorrow on Thursday. So I guess I'm gonna give it till tomorrow, and then if they're not there, I'm gonna have to go buy some and stick them in the pumpkins because they need a stem. So I'm going to be working on this little guy right now. I'm gonna give him some hair, and then I will check back in with you guys in a little bit and show you what I did. Okay, I am in a little bit of a pickle now because I have started one side of the pigtails, but this is directly on the other side where I need the other side to go. So now I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess I could just do like one big ponytail up top. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure this out. I wish I would have paid attention to that before I would have put them on. I'm liking that though. Definitely the perfect color for it, especially with the eyes. Hmm. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Okay, so good news. I was able to get this around there. I just worked around the clip right there. I was able to get it on. They are pretty even. I have 7 groups on either side. So now I'm going to take some white yarn. I'm going to insert my hook somewhere back here. I'm going to come up as close as I can to right here, and I'm going to start wrapping it around these knots as much as I can to make it look like a hair tie. And then I'm going to tuck it back into itself, come out the same hole I went into, tie a knot, and tuck it in. And I will show you here soon when I'm done. Okay, so I was able to accomplish this. It was a little bit difficult around the keychain. At first, I was wrapping the white onto this side of the keychain, and then all you could see was the knots underneath it, and it did not look good. So I just wrapped it around it, and that works fine. But I feel like this side looks a little thicker than the other one. It's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. If I look at it too much, it's gonna bother me. So I'm just gonna put it in the bag. This little guy is done. Isn't that adorable? Isn't that just so cute? Oh my gosh. I gotta figure out what I'm making next. I gotta go through all my stuff and figure out what is ready for my market, what I'm gonna put into the mystery bags or boxes, I mean. And yeah, oh, I also have to redo my signs because I have new products this week. So I will definitely be doing that either today or tomorrow. Might have to buy a new printer because I had a piece of paper get stuck in there and I just pulled it out because I don't know what to do. And now it's pulling all my paper in kind of crooked and they're all getting stuck. So I don't know what to do about that, but I will definitely be figuring that out, and I'll catch up with you guys in just a little bit. Okay, so I pulled out my signs and I think I have them figured out. I still have turtles and other plushies. I'm still doing my cats. I still have desk plants, ducks, catnip toys, car charms, and keychains. What I am switching are these. I am no longer going to have my gear shift hoodies. Those were for the car shows, and I only sold one. I am gonna have octopus, so I do actually have extra smaller signs, so I can make a sign for the octopus. I am not gonna have donuts or chickens or my market bags. My market bags, my chickens, and the donuts are all going into the mystery boxes, and I'm going to be selling those for $10. And I will be throwing in like a keychain for the ones that have the donuts or whatever. And I'm going to be telling people that they are $15 to $20 values for $10. So I'm going to turn one of these big signs into a sign for the mystery boxes, and another one, a smaller one, can be for the emotional support monsters. And then what else do we have that's new? Oh, the pumpkins. So mystery boxes, pumpkins. I can just keep a big one for the octopus, I guess, and then do a smaller one for the emotional support monsters, which I have put up into this thing right here. This is where I have them, and this is where I'm going to be displaying them. It is super easy. I got this from Hobby Lobby years ago, and I have them spread out so that there's enough room for them all. And this one right here doesn't have a keychain. I completely forgot to put a keychain on this guy, so he will just be there at the bottom for display for kids to touch, I guess. I don't know. But this is all I have. So I'm thinking I might need more because once they start selling, this thing is going to start looking empty. So I think I might be making more of these today. I think that's what I need to do. Okay, so this is the conundrum I'm having at the second. So regarding the signs, I have three big signs and one small one. The small one is going to be for the emotional support monsters. It is taking place of this market bag sign. They are both at the same price, so I'm not losing any money with switching out this product. Now, regarding the three big signs, I am going to keep one of the signs for the octopus, which is staying $12 because as it was, so I'm not losing any money there. The other one is for mystery boxes, and I'm going to sell them all for $10, and I am going to make them as best to my ability a $15 to $20 value and probably throw some stickers in there. So I might be losing a little bit money, but some of these things that were in there have not been selling, so I count that as a plus. Now, what I am having an issue with is the pumpkins. Okay, I am not sure what to price these pumpkins at. With the octopus saying the same at $12, I'm not losing money there. The mystery boxes will be 10, so there's a 10, right? Even though, like I said, some of those things haven't been selling. And then for this one, like I said, this is going to be more than $10 for the pumpkins because I'm not selling my pumpkins for $10. Ignoring the mess of all the strings right here, I have one, two, three, four spike stitch pumpkins and one, two, three, four granny stripe stitch pumpkins. They all did take a couple hours. I'm thinking 15 to 20. I don't want to do 25 because I want them to sell. I need them to sell like now. And I don't know. These are done with single crochet. These are done with the granny stitch, and they're going to have cinnamon sticks up in the top. I don't know. So I'm going to have to maybe post online, get some advice on this before I print out that sign, but I think I'm ready to print out the other signs. And by placing my printer sideways, I'm able to control the paper going down to make sure that it doesn't get all crooked. And I think I'm just out of, it's dirty. Let me see. I'm just about out of black ink, so I still have colored ink. So we'll see how long this lasts. So to make these signs, I use Canva, and I kind of just wanted to show you guys the process that I go through when I do these types of things. So right here, I'm just making sure that everything is the same size, and then of course I have to go change the color of the 5 to match everything else. And once everything is matched up just how I like it and it's all aligned perfectly, I'm going to go ahead and start making a second sign because I did decide that I wanted to have two of them so that I had a choice to do it, either $15 or in this case, 18. I've never sold pumpkins before, so I honestly have no idea what they're going to be going for. And I want to have a second option there just in case, they aren't selling with whatever I decide to price them at first. And, hopefully that will get them going out. All right, just hit print on that. As long as hopefully this one goes down straight. Let's see. There we go. Not bad. Okay. So yeah, that is my plan with that. And we'll see how that goes. Now all I have to do is cut this sign to match and put it in there. So I wanted to hop on here real quick and show you guys this little monster that I made. I said I was going to make some more, so I definitely made him. He's super cute, and I just put the hair on kind of sporadically, about a half inch apart, and made it all fuzzy. So that's fun. And I'm probably going to make one or two more of these tonight. I think I'll be able to make two more tonight. I'm not sure. But Wednesday night is date night, and I'm about to go out to dinner with my husband. So I will probably catch up with you guys tomorrow. I took a couple clips from dinner just to show you guys. He's such a dork. We actually met in this restaurant about 4 years ago, and it's a really cute story. I'll put it in the description. That's good. Good. I have so much fun with him. We've been married about 2 months, and it was the best decision I ever made. Hey everybody, it is Thursday and I'm going to be taking it a little bit easy today. I know I said I was going to set up my setup in the living room, but I'm just not feeling that today. I'll probably do it tomorrow, or I know that the place I'm going to be vending at this weekend for the market has an early setup on Friday from like 3 to 5. So I think I'm going to take my tables over there and kind of move them around and see what's what. And I'll take you guys along with me for that, if as long as I'm able to. But I did want to show you guys some monsters I got done last night. I don't think I showed you guys this one. If you guys watched my TikTok last night, I made a little TikTok with this guy.
Keep the thoughts inside your head, the thoughts inside your head. Oh, for the love of God, keep them in your head.
Yeah, so he's cute. And then I used a variegated yarn, a rainbow yarn. Oh, I have it right here. I used this. It's really pretty. It is red heart, so it's not that soft. But I mean, these are just little monsters anyways. But I did this little guy. Isn't he adorable? And I gave him, I don't know if you can tell, but the yarn is kind of sparkly. And I was thinking like rainbow cloud type thing. I don't know, but there's this little guy, super cute. And then I kept using the same yarn because it does change colors. And I made this little guy and I gave him twisties. And I had started on this side and I brought it just a little bit too far to this side. So when I did these ones, I just twisted them over and made this little design. And I figured that looks fine. He's cute. So I was able to get 3 done between last night and today. I just got done finishing this one up. But I'm also happy to announce that my cinnamon sticks got here today. But I'm a little worried. So these got here, but these, someone's gonna have to educate me. These don't look like craft sticks. These look like the ones that you put into your chocolate, like your hot chocolate or something. Are they all the same thing? Because I just ordered cinnamon sticks, and these are looking not quite big enough. And I mean, cinnamon's a fine. It's just cinnamon is a fine flavor scent, you know? Oh my God, these reek. These reek of cinnamon. And I'm scared that they're going to have dust all over them. So I don't know. I'm out of black yarn. So I might go buy some black yarn and just see if Hobby Lobby has like craft sticks, because this is a little ridiculous and I don't want to ruin them. So see what we're dealing with here? I don't know if they're big enough even. Like, what do you guys think? I don't know. Here, let's pull one out real quick. Try to grab the big one that's in here. Oh, smells good. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't come off. Am I crazy for doing that? I was like, I wanted to see because it seemed like they were dusty, but they're not. Okay. Okay. Maybe this isn't gonna be so bad. Let me close this up real quick. Here, close that up. I don't know. It doesn't look as rustic as I thought it would. I don't know about this, guys. I don't know. I think this actual stick looked better. Maybe if I put two of them in there, you think that would look better? Let's see. If I'm gonna put two, I should put three. Let's see. Hold on. Let's pick out another good one, good size one. This one has a crack in it. Gives it more definition. That's what I want, though. I want more like flaws. You know? You know? Okay. Let's see. What if we did this? Cinch this up nice and tight. I should be doing this with my overhead camera. And that was the plan. But once I looked at the bag, I'm like, how does this look? Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to go buy a stick. I guess it hasn't rained in a couple days. I could go look outside. But they do give it like a cinnamony smell. What do you guys think of this? I don't know. I'm gonna have to call my mother again. I call my mom for everything. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a few pictures of this and send it out to a few people, maybe post it online and see what people think about this because I'm not convinced. So I don't know. But I gotta keep crocheting and I will update you guys in a little bit. Okay. Okay, so this is what my mother said. She said just do one and put it down further. So mother knows best. I'm going to take her advice and I think this looks good. So I was just going to show you guys how I did that. And oh, let me go grab my cotton because that was another thing that I needed to fill it more if I was going to put less sticks in. Okay, so let's see. The hole doesn't need to be any smaller, but I feel like I didn't stuff it enough. So let's see. Like that. Make sure there's a nice little hole there. I like the knot, so I'm going to leave that out. There we go. Pull that nice and tight. Yeah, that's much better. She was right. Mother knows best. So, Mom, when you're watching this, thank you very much for pointing me in the right direction. Oops. Whoa. Okay, so now I have my darning needle. I'm going to pull this nice and tight. And same as I did the other one, I'm going to pull this nice and tight, and I'm just going to go through a few of these stitches again, like all of them, and I'm going to pull that again nice and tight. Let's see. There we go. Probably cut off too much of the string. I'm going to cut off some of the string. Hold on. So now that I have this on here, I'm going to do a knot right on the side of this, white, and I am holding tension on this string extremely tight. I'm holding this tight. There we go. And let's see, does this need to be filled anymore? You know what? Thank God I didn't finish this knot. I'm actually going to put a little bit more stuffing in this. I think it needs more. I don't want the stitches. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Goodness gracious. Let's see. Yeah, because the stitches are like, I mean, they are double crochet. So you can see, I'm going to call that good actually. Okay, so I'm going to do this knot without letting go of this tension right here. I'm going to do another one just to make sure have it tight enough. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I think that's doing good. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes. Mom, you were totally right. Okay, that is not coming loose. I'm going to stiff this all the way down out to the bottom. Pull it. There we go. Give this a little snip. Okay. Yep. So let's compare this one and this one right here. Yep, these are going to look cute and they smell good. All right, so I will show you guys what they all look like when I'm done. All right, I have them all done. What do you guys think of these? I think that they are looking great. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I like it. She was right. I hope these sell well. What do you guys think? I will be really surprised if these do not sell at this next market. Yay. Okay, so excusing the mess, this is the issue I'm currently having. I have two of each one of my keychains on this rack. I got the bees, the Pop Tarts, toilet paper, all that. I got the ice cream, frogs, whales, pumpkins, the chill pills, all the different kinds of chickens. And then I actually added these ones on because these ones haven't been selling. So I was going to take these out and put them in the mystery boxes. But if I don't add them down there, I literally have an entire empty rack. Now I do have like 20 of these, 20 of these, 20 of those, like almost 20, 10. I have a whole bunch. I feel like I concentrated so much on making sure I had enough of what sells that I didn't add in filler stuff. So I'm either going to work my butt off tonight to make some different keychains to go on here, or I'm just going to end up like putting more bees down here and like more ice creams down there, like mixing, matching it. I literally thought I had too much of this that I went and bought an entire rack. Like this is another rack right here, just sitting in here waiting for me to pull it out. So I am not sure what to do. Yeah, we'll see. Hey everybody, it's Friday morning. I am super tired, but I'm very excited. It's almost here. I wanted to show you guys a couple new things I made. I made some ghost keychains. So aren't these the cutest little things? Way better than my last one. If you've been on my channel for a while, you've probably seen I do the weekly makes where I show you guys what I've been up to, what I make. And I believe in one of those videos, I showed you the first ghost I ever made, and it was horrible. But this one is super cute and it's my own pattern and I think it came out perfect. So I made 5 of those. I also realized I don't have a lot of card charms. I have like maybe 10. So I made this little pumpkin's gonna hang. And then this seems really popular too. So I made a little ghost of the pumpkin. I thought that was really cute to hang in the car. And so that is what I have made last night. I'm probably gonna make a couple more ghosts today, maybe some eyeballs because I want to get some different stuff to throw in there, just like filler. I have to go get black yarn because I am out. I have been using cotton for the mouth of these ghosts because this is all I have. I mean, look at all that. This is ridiculous. I need more black yarn. So I'm going to go get black yarn. I'm going to go to the bank and get all the money I need for tomorrow. And we're going to take our tables over to the venue today and set them up. I also just was going over the email because I saw in the Facebook group that they were, telling everybody, we'll see you there and make sure that you have enough room for your tables because everything has to be inside your booth. Nothing can be outside of your booth space because the fire marshal is going to be there. It's all really official. I went and looked and my first choice was a 15 by 10 and my second choice was a 10 by 10. And I honestly forget what size booth I got. So we'll find out when I get there. If it's a 15 by 10, all my worrying is for nothing. It'll fit in there perfectly fine. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, so I got my Red Bull and I was going to get bacon, but then the lady complimented my shirt and I totally got distracted and didn't get the bacon. ADHD. So we are going to go to Hobby Lobby, get my just black yarn, and then we're going to go to the bank to get the money for tomorrow. Just black yarn, just black yarn, just black yarn. Stay focused. Stay focused. Just black. That's all I need. Oh man, it's not discount week. That's definitely all I need. So that was not hard to stay focused in there. At $4.99 a skein, I'm only getting one. So we're going to the bank. It is starting to rain. Fun times. Okay, so I just got 2 fat wads of cash and I decided to get, I had 199 that I could use. So I got 124 in ones and the rest in fives because I figured that's all I'm going to need. I'm all telling the lady about how the market's this weekend and come by if you can. Gave her my business card that has the YouTube on it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whatever. It was so cute though. My bank was all completely decked out in like Finding Nemo. And I guess all of the branches are like decorating their offices. And this was awesome. I wish I could have showed you guys. But, anyways, I'm going to go home. I think I'm going to make a black loaf cat and a couple more ghosts. Okay. So, a miniature update. I have made one more ghost and I started to make another ghost. Finished the bottom of it, realized I never put a keychain on. So I just turned this into a card charm. Thought that would be cute. Good solution for that. I'm also about ready to put the back legs on this loaf cat. Wanted a couple more black cats. So this one is going to have some pretty blue eyes. And then it just occurred to me that, those little witch hats, I'm going to be making for, like, the loaf cats, like, as far as, like, accessories go. I don't have a sign for that. It never even occurred to me. I'm just gonna be charging $3 for those because it didn't take that much time and I didn't put a keychain on it, so, good way to get people in, and I had to dig around to find my extra signs. I found them. I had 6 more extra signs, so I'm very happy about that. I'm going to finish this loaf cat, and probably by the time I'm done, it's probably gonna be time to go to the fairgrounds. So here's my son, my amazing helper. I was going to have this table come out first, and this is my booth right here in the corner. This giant room. I was gonna have my table right here, but my loaf cats go on that table, and I want that front and center, so I think I'm gonna switch that to right here. I'm also right below this thing, and that absolutely sucks because that is loud. And one thing I was wanting to do was have a table right there so that I could have my mystery boxes right there. And so now I'm not sure what to do because I thought that was going to be a solid wall.
Right there, and you can have your little cashier counter in the back, like kind of like there or there, probably right there. Oh, you can man on fire.
Okay, so this is what I've come up with so far. These are all going to be covered. And so I'm like, there has to be a 3 foot wide opening. So this is loaf cats, all my shelves. But then I feel like, is this too crowded? I'm on widescreen right now. This is, watch, let me back up. I don't know. Okay, so this is what I have it looking like now. And I think I like this setup better. I'm going to have my mystery boxes back there. Seems way more open now. Now, in regards to this thing, there are a couple nails up there, and I wonder if I can hang my banners. But then I don't know how low it's going to hang down. So this is where I'm at right now. I'm going to set up a couple of my display items and see how it starts looking. I'm here sitting at my signs and everything, and I realize that I'm missing half my signs. These are the signs that I redid, and I left all the signs that were my original signs at home. So good thing it's only Friday and I'm pre-setting up, and I will make sure I have those tomorrow. One thing I did do is I made 2 signs. If I end up adding my fingerless gloves, I'll end up showing them to you guys. I want to see which sign does better, so I brought 2 of these. Okay, so I have my checkout stand right here, and that is a camping stove, and that is or camping cabinet, and that is like the best purchase I ever made. This is where my loaf cats and the miniature hats are going to go, and so this is going to be front and center. I have my little sign right here. I'm going to put my keychains right here, card charms right there. My octopus are going to go right there. I am going to put all my pumpkins where the chickens used to go. I figured that's like rustic. It'll look cute. I am going to put my hand warmers out in the basket that my donuts used to go into. And look, it's the same price. So that's awesome. This is going to be where my ducks are going to go. My mystery boxes are going to be in like a pyramid back here behind that sign. So the catnip toys, my emotional support monsters are going to go right there. And I was thinking, since I do technically have enough room, elf scarves and blankets, if I can bust a few out tonight, because elf scarves are going to be like 1 by 7 inches or something like that. And I was like, that would be really cute. And then I'm going to put all my cows, snakes, my snakes and my turtles all go right there. And then my cows go in that bucket. And so this is what it's looking like right now. And I still have the 3 foot barrier. It's very open wide to get in there. I'm going to see if I can't put my sign up here somewhere. I will talk to somebody. I think it looks cute. Okay, so I'm home from setting up Friday. One thing I did find when I found all my signs was my desk plant sign, and that reminded me that the elf blankets and scarves I had an idea for are going to have to wait until my next market because I do have desk plants that I will be putting out. So this is going to go where those went. I cannot forget that. I'm exhausted. This takes so much out of me. Like, I can't even express how much these markets take out of me emotionally, mentally, physically. It's a lot to do all this. I mean, I'm sure you guys know if you do markets, I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, especially if you have any health conditions. Okay, so my to do for the rest of the night, I need to find my battery pack. Let me write this down because they don't have electricity. So let me see, battery charged. I need to charge the battery. It's like this big camping battery that we use when we go camping. I'm also thinking about bringing this light. This is one I've had in my background before. Changes color, or it could even rotate. That's fun. Actually, I like the other way it rotates. If it does it like smoother, is it going to start rotating? Yeah. It's pretty. I love this light. So I could probably charge this tonight and make sure that I have this. I'm thinking I could probably set it in between the barrels, I could probably set it in between the crates for the chickens, like up underneath it, something back there. Yeah, maybe behind it actually to like light up that corner because that corner is pretty darn dark. So let me make sure I have that. I also forgot my tablecloths, which kind of sucks, but I have them. I'm so glad that if I had to forget anything, it was today and not tomorrow. So now I am fully prepared for this. I also think I might be printing out some more adoption certificates. I do these for my cats and I have them in a bunch of different colors, purple, red, yellow, green, stuff like that. I think the lowest amount I have of some of these is 4. So I don't really want to run out of those before I run out of cats. Other than that, I will be going over my inventory tonight. I will be counting everything, and I made a spreadsheet that has all of my items on it. I'll probably share a screenshot of that, but I have it's going to have all of my items on it, their type. Like I'm going to have loaf cats, but the type is colorful or natural, all my keychains and everything. I'm going to count it all tonight and then price it all out. And then tomorrow at the market, I'm going to bring one sheet of paper that just has 30 and 50% off. And then that way I can just write down everything that I've sold on discount. And when I get back, I'm going to recount everything and I'll know what I sold. But I think for the rest of the night, I'm just going to make some different kinds of keychains to throw in there, see what I can get done. And here's my amazing husband helping me count everything before bed. The market day has finally arrived and I am ready to rock. I was able to put my banner up there. I'm really extremely excited about that. This is my checkout counter. I do have my wheel and I have a bunch of fun stuff on here like free stickers, buy one, get one half off, 30% off, things like that. Got my stickers, my business cards, got my sign. And this is what my adoption certificates look like, right? There's all my little kitties. I think I'm liking it. I got my cows and my turtles and my snakes right here. And then I got my emotional support monsters. I got some dust plants. I made a little pyramid for my mystery boxes. There's my ducks, my catnip toys. Got my hand warmers right there. And then here's what the pumpkin thing is looking like. I think that looks amazing. And this was my idea. I brought my crystal light and I could turn this to orange. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. And I think it's looking pretty good. I got all my little octopus, got my card charms. And one thing I wasn't able to show you guys last night before I went to bed. Oh, here you go. I made some eyeballs. I was able to make new keychains. I made eyeballs and some Christmas lights. So those are fun. I made some new stuff, able to get that out there. It looks very full. I just doubled up, like 2 bees, things of bees, 2 things of frogs, and things like that to try to really make it look a little bit more full. And so this is what my booth is looking like all together. And I will update you guys in just a little bit. Say hi to Logan. I'll update you guys in just a little bit and we'll see how I'm doing. Hey, everybody, it is Sarah, and I am back from the market on Saturday. It was pretty stormy today, but it was also really steady. So I'm really happy about that. There was like a pretty steady stream of people coming in. We were set in the corner and we had a big heater right above us. So it was pretty loud. I'm not sure if you were able to really hear my video where I showed my whole booth or whatever, but I kind of had to speak up when I talked to people. I feel like a few people didn't hear me when I told them about my wheel, but the wheel was really smart. It's always this smart. It's a real attraction and gets people into your booth. Another really big thing that I'm really happy I did was those mystery boxes. I probably sold 10 of those today. Quite a few of them at discount. It was like buy one, get one half off, and people went for the mystery boxes for the half off. So I really don't care about that. That was a bunch of stuff that hadn't been selling, like the donuts and the chickens and stuff in the market bags. So a couple of people were really happy with what they got. And someone brought to my attention that, it's probably because, they know they want something and making decisions is hard. So when they buy a mystery box, it just takes the choice right out of it and makes it fun. So that was awesome. Surprisingly, I did not sell any pumpkins, so I think I'm going to redo the sign and put it up for 15 and see if any sell tomorrow, and that'll tell me whether or not they're just not popular or doing something wrong, or maybe just the price is maybe I need to raise it. Who knows? I did sell an emotional support monster, so that was awesome. I'm really happy about that. So I'm thinking that I definitely want to do this market again next year, but next year I'm going to be way more prepared and I'm going to get a bigger booth. I want to get a 10 by 15, so I'm not crammed. And I also want a center aisle, something in the center, not against a wall. Or, if it's 15 feet, that's fine. Preferably not in the corner again. But it was definitely, at least I was warm. And I had quite a few people coming over to warm up because the rest of the building was cold. So that was cool. I do know that I made double my booth fee today. We will get into the totals tomorrow. But I do think tonight I'm going to make some more catnip toys, like a more variety, because I did sell quite a few of those too, but I feel like I need more variety. It's mostly just Pokeballs, ice creams, and hearts. And a couple black cats I need to make because I sold both the black cats I made. I'm thinking about maybe making some sort of big Christmas item tonight, to put over on my $25 shelf, like maybe I could bust out a gnome tonight, or maybe I should just save that for the next market. I'm not sure. But I did notice that a lot of people were shopping there for Christmas stuff, and there was a lot of Christmas stuff there. And I guess I don't really think about Christmas in October. That's why they say to start getting prepared for Christmas in July, right? So I definitely was not prepared for Christmas. I am not prepared for Christmas. So I'm definitely going to start getting on that. That's how today went. And I'm really glad that it's over. These markets take a lot out of me. I'm glad that I was able to sit for most of it because my feet are killing me. And I'm very thankful my son went with me. And I saw some friends that showed up to help or showed up to show support. So I'm very thankful to those who showed up to show some love. And I met some awesome people today. So if I met you today and you're here on my channel from meeting me today, welcome. And I'm glad to meet you and I'm happy you're here. So I will check back in with you guys tomorrow. So it is Sunday and it is Sunday morning. We are about to start. I have my wonderful husband right here helping me. Say hi, babe. They did offer me to switch spots because somebody left yesterday. It is in the middle of the center aisle right here. It is the center aisle right here, but I am not trying to move all of my tables over. So I'm just going to stay over here in my little corner for today. And next year I know to request an aisle spot and a bigger booth. I also added this octopus to my big shelf. And so he's a cute little new addition. And I was able to make some eyeball catnip toys. So I have 3 eyeballs in there. So I did a little bit more variety right there. And I was able to get done some cherry car charms. Oops. And one thing I did notice is that having them labeled as a rearview mirror hanger instead of a car charm definitely helps. Same thing with fingerless gloves. Once I changed the name to fingerless gloves instead of hand warmers, that definitely I got a pair sold. So, it's a good thing to keep in mind, what wordage you're using for your signs. Hey everybody, I am back. It is Sunday. I am completely done with the market and I'm so happy. The weather cooperated a little bit more today than it did yesterday, so that was nice. And I had my awesome husband there to help me, so that was even better. I want to get into what I sold and how much I made. So, without further ado, let me put on my glasses and pull it up. Okay, so I did do the wheel and it was super popular. And I sold quite a few things at 50% and 30%. I actually have a little list right here. I did not keep everything marked as well as I could have. Honestly, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know how well I even kept track of this, but I have a total and I know how many of what I sold. So we can get into that. As far as the loaf cats go, I sell those for $12 and I started I separated them between colorful and like natural colors. And so the ones that were colorful, I had 24 and I sold 11. And the ones that were natural colors, I had 19 and I'd sold 10. So that was awesome. Those just fly right off the shelves. I have raised those to $12 from 10 at a previous couple markets. So it doesn't even phase people. Let's see, the emotional support monsters. I sold those for $15 each. I brought 11 and I sold 1. But I'm really happy about that because that was the first time I have introduced these to my customers. So I think that kind of played into it, but everybody absolutely loved them. Okay, regarding the pumpkins, I did not sell any of my spike stitch pumpkins, which is kind of sad. And I only sold 1 of the granny stripe pumpkins, which is also kind of sad. I really thought I was going to sell more of those pumpkins, but we'll get into why I think I sold what I sold in a little bit. So, as far as my turtles go, I did sell one, and it was one of the more natural colored turtles. I might have a picture of it. I might not. I apologize if I don't have pictures of all of these. But it was like blue and browns, more natural colors, not a theme. And I sell those for $25. I have a booty duck. So this is the booty duck. He's got a little booty. I had no plan when I first made this. It was just going to be, I honestly thought it was going to be like a big monster, and he kind of turned into this platypus duck thing. So someday someone's going to buy this. And I'd like doubled up on the yarn on that. And these are what my turtles look like. So this is like a dragon fruit turtle, and like this is like a sunflower turtle. So I sold one today that was like browns and blues on there. It was really pretty. So obviously I didn't sell the booty duck. I didn't sell any of my snakes. That's kind of sad. I sell those for $25. I still have my cows, so I will not be making any more cows until I start selling these. So those miniature hats, I sold them for $3. I started with 15 and I sold four. So that was awesome. Okay, and into keychains. I sold one of my pumpkin keychains. I sell all of my keychains for $5 each. I brought 20 and I only sold one, so that sucked. Let's see, my chill pills. I did not sell any of those. I brought 20. I did donate one to the lady there who is battling cancer. And so everybody kind of donated stuff for her, and made like a gift basket for the lady who put on this event. And that was amazing to be a part of. I sold one of my bead keychains, and like I said, I sell these for $5 and I brought six. I didn't sell any of my zombies. That kind of sucked. Brought eight of them, didn't sell any. I didn't sell any whales, didn't sell any eyes, didn't sell my Christmas lights. I did sell two frog keychains. That was awesome. No Pop Tarts, no toilet papers. If you're wondering about my toilet papers, I think that's in the very first video I ever made. It's in there, the first and the second video I ever made here on YouTube. Definitely go check that out. And I show you the little toilet paper keychain I made. It's adorable. I sold one ice cream keychain. I remember that one. It was a mint chocolate chip. She was a mint chocolate chip fan. I did not sell my book keychain, but I do remember specifically putting that book keychain into one of the mystery boxes, and it might have been gone. I don't know. I haven't opened those boxes yet. Let's see. I sold two heart keychains, which is awesome. If you're wondering about that, that is also on that is in my tutorials here on YouTube. I made the heart keychain tutorial. Wow, words. I didn't sell any daisies. Okay, and this one right here I'm about to tell you is going to blow my mind and blow all of your minds. Remember, I've bragged about these chickens, never come home with a chicken. Didn't sell any chickens. None. Got a lot of compliments on them, but none. And we're going to get into why I think I sold what I sold here a little bit later. I did get rid of one of my cupcakes, and I do not have it, but I did take a picture and I can show you what that looks like. My little ghosts, I did not sell any ghost keychains. Cactus. I did not sell my cactus keychain, but I think I put that in one of my mystery boxes, so that might be gone. I'm not sure. Fruit slices. I know I put at least one of each of my fruit slices into the mystery boxes, so they might be there, it might be gone. I'm not sure. But as far as selling them, I know I didn't sell any. Same with the strawberries. I didn't sell my donut. Didn't sell my brownie. I didn't sell any of the ducks I have. Didn't sell any of those. Wow, this is like sounding really depressing. It's going to be surprising when I tell you actually what I made, because what I did sell made up a lot of money. So, catnip toys. I sell my catnip toys for $5 each, and they are comprised of Pokeball looking balls. They're not exactly Pokeballs, but they kind of look like them. Ice creams and hearts. And actually, I added a couple eyeballs. Didn't sell any eyeballs, but I started off with 26 catnip toys at $5 each, and I sold 17 of them. So that was awesome. That was quite a bit of money right there. So card charms, I brought 24. I sell these for $10 each, and I sold five. So that was pretty cool. And I know for a fact that I sold the one that was a ghost on one side and the pumpkin on the other. So that was cool. That was one of the first ones I sold. I threw in my hand warmers at the end. Like I said, I had a few hand warmers that I made last winter. I will try to find a picture of those. I know I have a picture somewhere, so I will definitely show you a picture of the ones I sold. And I sold those for $12 each. I brought five, sold one at $12 each. And then I also added that giant octopus, and I did not sell him. For a grand total, I made over the entire weekend $486. and I paid $105 for my booth. So I made a profit of $381, which is like, what is that, like 190 a day? Honestly, it could have been better. Could have been better. If you guys have watched my markets before, my market vlogs, you know that the car show I did, I made a lot of money. And the dance studio, I also made a lot of money. And I also paid a lot less for a booth fee. So I am going to actually be doing that dance studio here in a couple weeks. And I paid almost $30 less for two booths. And I'm probably going to make more money than this, at least $100 more. And so, one reason why I think I didn't make as much money at this as I thought I was going to is because I brought, like I said, I brought those pumpkins. I virtually didn't have anything for Christmas. And I feel like a lot of people at this event were shopping for Christmas. And I did notice a lot of people there, a lot of the vendors had Christmas items. And I don't know why it didn't occur to me to have Christmas items in October, but it's October. And we have two more holidays before Christmas. So I really thought it was going to be more fall items, but I really think that people were coming there to do Christmas shopping and like grab Christmas decor because there was like a lot of Christmas decor that people were walking around with that they bought. So I regret 100% not making more Christmas items. I virtually didn't have anything that was Christmassy. I had like those three Christmas light keychains that, so yeah, this next dance studio is going to be Christmas themed. And so I am going to be figuring out Christmas items that I can make, you know, maybe some trees, some snowmen, something. I am not sure. So I think also, and I know I've said it before, that children events are where it's at for me. And if you sell plushies, definitely go where there's going to be children because the children gravitate towards those cats. Those cats still fly off the shelf. And those I always put those front and center. And now I think I want to put my emotional support monsters pretty up front and center too. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But there were some kids there, but not a lot and not enough. And I also think that placement had a lot to do with it. I was definitely back there in the corner and you could tell that impacted my sales 100%. I was not able to do a booth where people could walk around and so people felt like they could just, I mean, and they could. People were coming up to my booth and not walking in. A couple people even asked, "Can I come in?" And it's a booth, it's a vendor. I mean, yeah, you know, and so I even told a couple of people that were just standing there, "You can come in if you want." And so then they come in, and I just feel like maybe next time I should have a little sign that says, "Come on in," or something. I mean, I don't know. I do know that if I do this event again, I'm going to have more Christmas items and absolutely request a spot that is in the center aisle because I do not want to be in that corner again. It got hot, it got cold, it got hot. I cannot say that this was my favorite event of the year. I honestly, if I have had to rate the events that I've done this year, let's see, I've done quite a few. I have to say this one does is probably second to last. So I think I've done four this year, and I would probably rate the kid show or the car show, like the dance studio or the car show number one, this one, and then the one I did in Cottage Grove just because it was 2 days and I honestly didn't make that much money. I slept under the table. I was so bored at that event. It was ridiculous. But yeah, like I said, if I do this again, I'm definitely going to request a middle spot, maybe a bigger booth, a corner booth. And if I get stuck in the corner again, I'm just going to cancel because I will not do this again. All in all, there was such amazing stuff there, such talented people. And I did make money. It's not like I didn't make money. It's just for both days for the spot I was in, I feel like I got stuck in the corner because I was new and the girl brand new next to me was brand new too. So, I mean, honestly, it could be anything, but I definitely need to do more kid shows and yeah, just definitely be more prepared next time. This is my first time even hearing about this event, so now I know and I should have done more research. Definitely know your audience. But I had some friends come out and support me, and a friend of mine even brought me a accounting book to help with my business. So thank you, Carrie, if you're watching this. I really appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoyed coming with me along this week as I got prepared for this. There is so much that goes into making markets and being prepared for them. And every single time you learn a lesson, man, I've been doing this for years and I learned a new lesson. I learned something new today. So it never ends. Oh, and I have to especially want to say that those mystery boxes are brilliant for getting rid of old inventory that's not getting away, things that aren't selling. Oh my gosh. Okay. Like I had someone super happy that they got a market bag and maybe they wouldn't have bought a market bag had they been sitting out there. So mystery box is fun. It takes the decision making out of it and you know you're going to get something fun. So I definitely am going to do the mystery boxes. I want to figure out something else for my wheel. It is definitely an attention grabber, but I am really getting sick of getting rid of things at such a drastic discount. So if you guys have any suggestions on things that I could put on my wheel, please leave those in the comments. I had things like free stickers. I think I had 3 spin agains, which is kind of a couple people got irritated because I had to do it like 3 times. I kind of just tilted it back. Oh, look at you get 30%. Had a couple 30% and buy one, get one half off. I did not put free keychains on there anymore. And I think maybe that's part of the reason why I didn't get rid of a lot of keychains. Either way, I made some good money. So I am overall happy with it. You know, I'm $380 richer than I was yesterday. So, or 2 days ago. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got a lot of information out of it. And remember that my schedule is going back to Wednesdays and Saturdays because that's what you guys voted for. And I'm going to do what you guys would rather do. And that is totally fine with me. So I will see you guys next time. And remember, above all else, that Jesus loves you.